Hey everybody, in this game I used a bishop sacrifice to blow up my opponent's castle structure, and then I had some pretty creative attacks to continue the momentum and actually win the game. I'm playing the black pieces. I play the Sicilian opening. Fairly standard as far as I can tell so far. That move was a little puzzling, like what's he threatening? A pawn push on this side? Doesn't really do anything. So I just continue my development. This queen move is also a little bit baffling to me. It doesn't appear to be setting up anything other than potentially a queenside castle. Yeah, he's defending this pawn a bit more, but I don't know, it didn't feel very strong to me. So I just continue my own piece development and I eventually castle. This move here isn't overly threatening, but I decide to shore up my pawn structure regardless. And also now I have the option to scoot my bishop over onto this diagonal, eventually putting some more pressure on the center if I choose to. That move seemed very prophylactic and I didn't really understand the purpose of it. If anything, it just weakens his castle structure if he decides to castle kingside. So I go ahead and I am trying to set up a bishop sacrifice over here. So I'm going to scooch my queen over to c8. And again, that's another move where I guess he's trying to shore up his center a little bit, but I am still very much eyeing a bishop sacrifice over here on h3, but I want to simplify the center a little bit first. So I make this aggressive move. I am hoping he's either going to have to move his queen or recapture with one of these two pieces. I hope that he captures with the knight, because then if I recapture with either pawn, I win a piece through a fork. Unfortunately, he captures with the bishop, so I take back. But honestly, at that stage, I'm viewing it like I traded a knight for a bishop, which I always think is a good trade, and now I have the bishop pair, which can only help me in the endgame. He hops his knight to a very aggressive square, a very centralized square, and I don't want him to be able to trade off this bishop or have to address it, so I just simplify and I capture back. He takes back. I could conceivably block with my bishop here, but then I lose the ability to do the bishop sacrifice I've been setting up for so long. So instead, I just move my rook to safety. This confused me. It's almost like he saw that I had this attack coming on his king side, but this feels kind of weak. I don't overthink it. I just continue with my plan. I sacrifice my bishop, recapture, putting him in check. And at this stage, he can't block the check. So effectively, I've traded my one bishop for two pawns, which isn't terrible, and especially considering how much I destabilized his position, I think it was worth it. He goes to the center side of the board to try and escape the attack, and at this stage, I'm really trying to eye ways of blocking off this square so I can put maximal pressure on the back rank. And that's when I came up with this kind of weird attack. I go ahead and I push this pawn, which on the surface looks like an absolutely terrible move because I've really destabilized my own castle structure. But the reason I did this was I figured I can continue to push it and get his knight to either choke off his only escape route or go to a worse square here somehow. And worst case scenario, I feel like I can keep advancing it and either try and promote it or just have him have to address it. He starts escaping, but you'll notice this pawn is really kind of cutting off his escape routes. So my next move is I continue pushing the pawn, and this looks like I'm really trying to attack his knight. But if anything, the main attack that's hidden here is I'm planning on taking my bishop and putting it on g5. Because once I have it there, he can't escape to either of these squares. He can't escape back this way. It'll force him this direction. So the key play here is going to be, where does he hop his knight to? He can't put it here or here because he just loses it automatically. Same with here. So it would seem to make the most sense for him to move his knight back to g1. Instead, he does this odd move where it really chokes off his king. And now when I follow up with a check with the bishop, he can't block me with anything other than his queen or this pawn, neither which really do anything. He blocks with the pawn first, I recapture and check. He can't block this with anything other than his queen. He's forced into that, and now I have checkmate. But yeah, I was proud of this game because we were completely even on material and arguably on position as well until I did the bishop sacrifice, followed up by this G-file weird funky pawn attack that ended up being pretty effective. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments section, or better yet, subscribe because it helps me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.